Hey guys, it's the Rant here, and today I'm going to be ranting on the misconceptions of furries. Now, for some of you who are like, what, gonna think that the whole misconception thing might be a series, no, I'm not gonna make this whole misconceptions of type thing. I just wanted to do this one so I can just get it off my chest. Now, furries are mainly looked down upon on the internet for what the stereotypes that all furries are basically just like what they pleasure themselves to animals getting it on, like anthropomorphic animals getting it on and stuff, and that they just do all this weird shit and just just downright creepy. That's what a lot of people on the internet think, but they gotta understand this one thing. Not all of them are that bad because, like I said in my misconceptions of Brony's video, that there's always a percentage of people that makes a fandom look bad, and this type of fandom does have that percentage. There's one side of it's always a side to it. One side has just furries that are mainly normal and stuff. They go to the conventions and they respect the culture and everything else and the art of it and nothing more. When you have this side that makes them look bad, thinking that all they do is just beat off to animals or just anything like that, or just like what downright weird and just are into bestiality. You have that side that everybody hates. But that side that I'm talking about is the reason why furries are generally looked down upon on the internet and in real life. Now, Now, for the ones who's I'm just saying, if you don't do the stuff have this sexual interest in animals and stuff, or none of that stuff, if you're not that type of furry, then this is not according to you. This is according to the ones who partake in those sick activities. But if you're one that just goes to the convention anonymously and all that other stuff and just go there to have a good time and all that fun crap, then I support you all the way. But there's they're generally looked down upon for all the misconceptions, and not all sorry, and not all furries like to get off to animals and stuff. Just not all of them do. I mean, I know I have one friend on I have other two friends on Facebook that are furries. Yeah, they'll draw the pictures and stuff and have a fur soda. That shouldn't be looked down upon. If somebody wants to have that, then they can. And no, I'm not a furry if you're trying to assume that because I'm making this rant. I'm just saying they're always looked down upon. Everybody generally hates them because of the stereotypes, or they read the ED article. And yes, I know that the article is probably satire because that's what it does best, and that's why I love the site. But anyways, furries shouldn't even be looked down. I mean, their culture and stuff, their whole fandom or culture, is however they like to call it, should just be respected and stuff. And you'll often see them doing parodies, like this one parody saying if you like it, then you should put a leash on it. Like all that stuff is just made out of fun stuff. I mean, they just they're just very chill. They're not. I mean, it's not always all of them are just engaging in bestiality. They don't do that. I mean, yeah, there might be some out there, but it's just not all of them. Just probably some, or just a very small percentage of them that does partake in that type of sick stuff. But you just can't just always bring them down or tries to or try send death threats to them and stuff. That stuff is just wrong, and that's also harassment. I mean, they haven't done anything that they. I mean, not all of them has done anything sick and vile that has been uploaded on the internet. Even though that there are some that did, but you know what I'm saying when I'm talking about. But anyways, not all of them are bad. It's just a pretty decent fandom of people who just like to dress up in animal costumes and all that stuff, or just go to the conventions, or just both. I mean, that stuff should be respected. I mean, just let them do what they want to do, as long as they're not like what engaging or liking any bestiality stuff. I mean, if they're not doing any of that stuff, then it's just fine. They have that right. They have that freedom of speech. That's the whole purpose, and that's the whole purpose why people fight for freedom of speech. But yeah, and I'm just gonna wrap this video up by saying you shouldn't just like what judge them just because you seen a couple of furries that has done all this cringy and cancerous stuff. You can't go by just like what a couple of people, like what four furries and stuff, and you generally have this mindset that all of them are just bad people and are just weirdos and creeps. Not weirdos and creeps. I mean, they respect the culture at some degree and stuff, and I'm pretty sure like what it's some out there that makes like what furry music and stuff, and I haven't listened to it. I'm only listening to one artist, and the one artist he's okay. I mean, I'm not gonna call the whole furry music scene, I guess, stupid or none of that, but yeah, because they get like what? I mean, it's just a shame how they get a lot of hate from people who generally go by stereotypes. Just never always go by stereotypes, man. I mean, just there's always another side to it. There's always that second story, just like the whole furry thing. Like they have the like what they have their second story on why the culture is good and why people shouldn't bash on it and all that stuff like that. So anyways, this is the Rant Kid, and make sure you add me on Snapchat, follow me on Instagram, or just like what, message me on Kick, add me on Facebook, just all that social crap. So this is the Rant Kid, and peace.